We're all talking about the cost of living at the moment, and of course there's a Senate inquiry going into supermarket pricing practices. Now, I've been pretty clear that I think this is a bit of a distraction. The government trying to divert our attention from the fact that it's doing nothing to address cost of living and trying to create a bit of a bogeyman when it comes to the supermarkets. But having said that, look, I've always been a person that says, avoid the supermarkets wherever you can. Shop at local retailers. Don't let the big two take your money. There's a company called Box Divvy. It's a grassroots movement which is leading the charge for pricing transparency in the food industry. They've got 12,000 members, 250 hubs run by everyday individuals, and it's a model that prioritises fair compensation for farmers, offering their members produce up to 30% cheaper than supermarkets. Jayne Travers-Drapes is the co-founder of Box Divvy and joins us now. Jayne, good morning.
Good morning, Stephen.
How does this work?
Well, basically, it's called a food hub, and a ma, pa, or it can be in a space like a garage or carport, decide they want to provide food to their neighbourhood. So what they do is they contact us, Box Divvy, and we're a social enterprise business. The model means that our aim is to give back to community. And we do that by making sure that everybody along the line gets paid. So the farmer gets paid 60 cents in the dollar. Supermarkets typically pay about 30 cents. And then the person who runs the hub, called a hubster, they earn a bit of income from what their members spend. And the members then benefit also because, as you said, they get cheaper fruit and veg, but they also can get groceries.
Right.
So in Canberra, we've got about 8 hubs at the moment, so we are looking for more people to run the hub. They just need a day to do it. They get everything. It's not a franchise, so they don't have to pay anything. We give them a coach. We give them a connection to all their other hubsters across ACT and New South Wales. So it's a really good community-run thing.
Right. So how do you make money out of this?
So we actually show in the marketplace when they go to order. They can see what we actually pay the farmer, and then you can actually see what the member is being charged. So between that, there's probably about 25 to 28%, depending on what it is, difference, and that pays for our trucks and our drivers and all that sort of thing. I'm actually a farmer. I'm up on the mid-north coast of New South Wales.
So where do the grocery items come from? I mean, obviously fresh produce is coming straight from the farm gate. Where do the other or the non-fresh items come from?
Okay, the non-fresh items, I will make this point, are nutritionally high rather than energy high. Majority of things in a supermarket will be energy high. So when I say that, things like they're full of sugar and things that are not good for you. So we will use a lot of Australian providers, so spice makers and things like that. Some of them products of the ingredients will be imported because you can't grow everything here.
Yep.
But the groceries, we do have mainstream stuff, so we will offer some of the cereals that are mainstream. But again, we look at the energy factor to it. So that's how we do that.
Okay.
Later in the year, we're going to introduce backyard growers. They get the soil tested, and then you'll be able to grow. The beauty of this is there are about 50 families in a hub, and I can't grow more than 12 spinach. So what we're aiming for is to be able to put up, I've got 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. So there's a countdown.
Yep.
I've sold out. And then I can deliver on Wednesday, if that's the hub, is the case in Canberra at the moment. The hubs are on a Wednesday. They will then deliver to that hub directly on that day.
Okay. And about 30% cheaper than what the supermarkets are charging?
Sometimes more, yeah.
Okay.
And you'll find that, and this is the beauty of this, if you go to social media, you'll see 250 pages. Every hub gets a page, and they can then promote their hub on that social media outlet.
Oh.
So it's a really good way of the community controlling. We give them some ideas, but they can control what they'd like to post, like what I had for dinner, and here's my recipe, and here's me cooking, and that sort of thing. So,
well, it's a fascinating model. Jayne, I appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you. And let's get transparency happening in the grocery range.
Indeed. Good on you.
Yeah.
Jayne Travers-Drapes is the co-founder of Box Divvy.